Hello, it's Aurelio Diaz. Anymore, it seems like I post videos when something really tragic has happened in our city, and that's unfortunate. But I really feel that when one is elected, they have a responsibility to speak up, to give their thoughts on important things, to acknowledge things that are difficult, and to hopefully bring about a solution, a collective solution. I first want to give my condolences to the families and loved ones of Jarmel and Brandon. You don't need for me to come on here and say how heartbroken we all are and devastated and angry we all are. We'll never imagine what these families are going through, and also what their peers and friends are going through. It's very unusual to have our entire school district close our schools because of fear and anguish and a lot of other feelings that these students and teachers are feeling. This last incident that happened really hit close to home for a lot of people. And it's safe to say that with all the details out there now, this act was premeditated. It was thought out carefully, and quite frankly, it's disturbing. Social media is a huge platform for spreading and obtaining information. And with these latest senseless tragedies and loss, I find myself fixated and glued on people's comments as they share the story that the local media has posted, as well as friends and family members of those we've lost. And one thing that we've all said is we need to do something. Rallies isn't enough. Public praying isn't always enough. We have kids who are scared to go to school because these are their friends who they've lost, friends who are accomplices. But I also want to talk about something that we don't talk about a whole lot, and that is the accountability of parents. It's easy to point fingers at the schools for not doing enough, or the police for not doing enough, or the churches for not doing enough, or elected officials for not doing enough. But honestly, a lot of these parents aren't doing enough. They're not doing their job. My biggest question is the question that you all have. Why aren't these parents stepping up and holding their kids accountable? Why aren't these parents raising their kids to be respectful, peaceful, understanding, and to have a conscience? And that goes for a lot of things, not just with this latest incident. This summer, it was not unusual to drive past Hedges School on the south side and the north side and just see kids from 11 years old to 17 or 16 running the streets in groups, sitting on people's cars, cussing at adults, fighting. And I know that each family situation is different, but ultimately it is up to the parents of these kids to shake some sense into them or to seek help outside their family circle if they can't handle their kids. But it starts at home. And I was really compelled to come on here and talk about that because I'm so tired of hearing these parents blaming everyone but overlooking their parenting skills. I'm currently in Chicago with a colleague for a conference for My Brother's Keeper, which, as hopefully some of you know, is a program to enrich the lives of boys and young men of color. My Brother's Keeper is a program that we have in Mansfield. In fact, we were recently recertified. We came to Chicago a few days before the last incident. And as we sit in these all-day sessions with other cities in the nation who are leading My Brother's Keeper program, and we're talking about violence with young people and trying to figure out what we need to do to not only prevent it, but to add quality to these lives, because people aren't just born violent. I'm also a community organizer for NECIC. We are going to be hosting a partnership meeting with several people in the community to further discuss preventing youth violence. For those in the city and for those who are watching this, I know it's frustrating, but please understand that many organizations and many churches and many people are doing work to prevent this from happening so that we don't have to relive this over and over, so that we don't have to have a summer where kids have no recreation and programming. So I guess I really want to say is keep your head up, be there for everyone. And if you, whether you're an adult or a youth, and you have information regarding this recent incident or any criminal act, and you are afraid to report it anonymously, you can always reach out to me. We shouldn't allow our fear to prevent us from reporting senseless acts because they would continue over and over and over again. I believe in Mansfield Rising. I believe that even though we are a small city, We have a big fighting spirit. This is everyone's community, and none of us are going anywhere. But it's these little bits of things we have to do one by one, step by step, together, instead of bickering at one another, accepting constructive criticism, and helping one another out. Thank you.